Are you sick and tired of everything being your fault? Dropping dead without any apparent reason? Feeling your furious, aggressive momentum cut short by a gentle breeze? Well, I got news for you. It's your fault. Let's talk about why you keep dying on Pandemonium difficulty. In this video, I will discuss my journey to finally beating Pandemonium difficulty, and what things I have learned along the way that drastically changed my experience. The topics I will cover are positioning, weapon choice, and the tactical retreat. Let's get it started. Number 1, positioning. This is the pillar on which all others stand in Doom the Dark Ages. When I first started playing, I embraced the stand and fight mentality this game was said to wield. And for the first half of the game, I would dive headlong into combat, dealing quick and merciless death to any foe before me, utilizing melee strikes for damage, and focusing on quick target destruction. This was my strategy until about halfway through the game. I noticed a sharp uptick in my death rate. I was heartbroken. The only thing doing any ripping and tearing was my taint. I still made it through my first Nightmare difficulty playthrough without evolving much, but the thought persisted as I contemplated starting a Pandemonium playthrough. Why the hell do I keep dying so much? Won't that be a problem on a difficulty that makes you restart a whole level when you die? The answer is yes, but my problems all stem from not being concerned with my positioning in relation to the enemy. It wasn't until I learned to be patient and thoroughly survey the field, thin the fodder demons, and identify the biggest threats, stone gargoyles, and keep my back to the wall that I began to see consistent success on levels in Pandemonium, sometimes not even needing to redo a level. I have never been someone who could achieve the perfection needed to do an Ultra Nightmare run. But even in some of the later levels on Pandemonium, I would blitz a level and not die once. It's a great feeling to see the psychology and lessons learned really pay off. Approaching each fight, I never venture far from where I started, until I'm confident in another zone's safety, usually achieved through volleying the hell out of it with the grenade launcher, and clearing it of fodder and other threats. Yes, I said it, the grenade launcher. That grenade launcher. But we will get more into the weapons later. You need to do everything you can to not be surprised in an encounter. I will choose patience and maintaining range over closing and allowing demons to take my back any day. If you're still learning this game like me, and perhaps a bit less skilled than the Doomslayer Goon Club, mid to long range combat is where it's at. What you buy yourself with range is time to react and perceive things that will end your run, as well as ease of escape if things get hairy. Let's dive into the loadout choices, people. Number 2, weapons. Let's start by ripping off this band-aid. Here is my favorite high difficulty loadout. My 2 primary weapons I will use for nearly every encounter are the Shredder and Grenade Launcher. Yes, that Grenade Launcher. Next for melee, I will always use the Power Gauntlet, and Shield Rune is always Holy Swarm. My build relies almost entirely on delayed gratification and range, and there's a reason for that. With my loadout, I am doing everything I can to encourage cautious and aware play. I forgo the instant deletion power of the Super Shotgun/Chain Shot, or the careless, self-perpetuating death machine of the Ravager, for something that will force me to fight at range effectively, and force my perception to stay on the field as a whole. The truth is, I'm not good enough to trust myself with relying on the immediately gratifying weaponry this game has to offer. I lose focus and die too often when playing this way. That being said, my weapon choices are not slouches at all. Majority of the time, I have the Grenade Launcher at the ready and cluster bomb the hell out of any charging demons before moving on to the more important backline targets. You will be surprised how quick you can decimate even the big boys with grenades and Shredder pincushions. I often close with grenade launchers, using a deadly combo. This works on Revenants, Whiplash, Mancubus, and Arachnotrons. Shield charge, backup, grenade, shield throw, grenade cluster bomb, and kill everything around it. You may take a tiny hit from Splash if you don't back up fast enough, but honestly it's so negligible. About 10 damage max, and cluster bombs do not hurt you. Don't forget you can lob over fence attacks, like the Armored Mancubus too, which makes them really easy. Tyrants, or Cyber Demons, fall so fast to the Grenade Fury too, only needing a few mid-range hits to stagger each time. The Shredder is my boss killer and long-range machine. Pincushion is ridiculous damage, not only to the target, but to the enemies around it. It's a very good long-range weapon if you're facing something extremely fast like a Baron, Komodo, or the obnoxious Cacodemon. Crazy thing about Pincushion is it can be triggered by parries, shield throw retraction, or shield charge, so keep that in mind. You can lock a demon in shield throw, build up Pincushion as they are immobile, and retract for detonation. Very few demons can handle even a single one of these. Now you may notice both my weapons are not very ammo efficient, but I have all that factored in with the Power Gauntlet. I still love this melee weapon because you can use it all the time. Whenever you need it, it's there to generate ammo and apply shock. I rarely use the full combo, and usually just strike once for ammo and shock, then back up into my comfortable range. Whenever I commit to a large melee assault, I usually just end up dying, so this keeps my mind in the right space for me. It is sad missing out on the Dread Mace's power at times, but I love being able to melee whenever I want as a poke or for utility. Now for the heaviest hitter I never hear anyone talking about. My shield rune, Holy Swarm. Holy cow, fully upgraded it rivals the Dread Mace's power. No joke. And guess what? With the way I play at range, I provoke tons of green parryable attacks, which means tons of ranged Dread Mace attacks with Holy Swarm. These things are absurdly deadly. One of these aimed at a Baron, followed by a grenade or two, and it's seriously done. No joke. And now for the final key to success. Number 3, the tactical retreat. Things will get hairy. This is Doom, and you are not at all invincible in this game. I would argue you actually feel as squishy as you do in Doom Eternal. If you mess up and find yourself in a bad spot, parry, turn, and shield charge the hell out of there, and find some fodder to mess up until you are in good shape. Always fall back to those zones you have cleared, and start shelling the dangerous zones until it's safe for another assault. The tactical retreat can also mean having a good oh shit button, and always on your mind. A big threat like a Baron breaks your shield and is bearing down on you. Always BFC. This reflex will save your taint, seriously. Get stuck in a corner and can't retreat? BFC. Now you have a new cleared zone to fight from. The Dread Mace could be an oh shit button, but it's dangerous to use, as it's quite interruptible. On later levels, the oh shit button has saved my life multiple times, and kept my Pandemonium run going. Oh, and don't forget, on Pandemonium you can always pause and exit the main menu with 0 penalty. Seriously, this is a cheap feature, but with how buggy the game is currently, they sort of need it. It is a Bethesda game after all. There you have it, folks, my keys to success in Doom the Dark Ages higher difficulties. Let me know what has worked for you, especially you Ultra Nightmare jokers. Critique my strategy and stay tuned for more Doom.